This is the story about how becoming a mom
changes you as a woman.
When I look into my child's face, their first laugh, their embrace, I forget myself and I'm floating in space.
Soccer practice, homework, job deadlines. Is finding time for the family to sit down and have dinner together out of the question? There may be more to family meals than just the food.
There's really only one designated family dinner.
There's never really a true family dinner.
At least like 4 or 5 nights a week. I grew up every night having a family dinner, and I think it's really important.
Today we're talking to Dr. Linda Klinow, pediatrician and mom, about the importance of family meals as we discuss. Does your family eat dinner together?
When I was growing up in the 50s, I remember my mom cooking and all of us sitting down and eating dinner together as a family. And slowly that kind of tradition went by the wayside. And not until the 1980s did researchers start looking at the importance of a family dinner.
And we're not doing that now because now there's 2 incomes, people are working.
Life got more complicated. We live in a very kind of fast food society, quick society, and everyone's on the run.
So why is that so important? What happens at the dinner table?
Well, if you start from the beginning when babies are born, the first pleasurable thing that a baby does is eat. And it bonds moms and babies. When babies eat, they make eye contact with their mothers, they look at them, and it provokes their first smile, and they're happy. So eating becomes a pleasurable thing. As the toddlers grow and they're sitting around the table talking to their brothers and sisters and their parents, they learn language skills. They learn words.
Right, that makes
they
sense.
learn they listen to sounds and they imitate them. So it's,
you've got 2 quiet parents.
Unless you have 2 quiet, that's true.
Not in our houses. Not in our houses.
One thing is often he comes home from work late, and I think those are challenges for a lot of people.
Yes,
and so
they are.
I try and sit down with my kids, just the 3 of us, even if he's not here.
Mm-hmm.
So are they still getting the benefits if the whole family's not sitting down?
Yes, I mean, the other thing that you don't forget, there are a lot of families who are from one-parent households. I worked full-time when my kids were growing up, and we always ate very late. My kids just got used to eating dinner 7, 8 o'clock at night because we wanted to see them, and they never went to sleep anyway, so it didn't matter what time we
Boy, not in my household. My husband's cracking that whip, like dinner at 5:30 to bed by 8.
But, I have friends that their husbands come home later, and so they give their kids dinner, and then they sit down with their husband later. So what's the sort of disadvantage to that?
Well, I think even if the children have to eat earlier, it would be a good idea when Dad gets home for the kids to sit down at the table with Dad and Mom while they're eating, and just even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, just talk so that they can connect. When my kids sat down to dinner, it would be the only time all day where we got to talk, and I could look at my kids and see if they were happy or sad. You really got an idea of what was happening in their lives.
Even now, when my girls sit down, we always say, Soraya, what was the best part of your day today? Right. India, what was the worst part of your day today?
My parents were divorced, and I was a teenager. I used to be a really good student, and my grades were going down, and no one noticed because I don't think that we were sitting down communicating.
So how many times should we be eating?
Well, a study from Columbia University showed that the kids who eat dinner less than 3 times a week with their parents have 2.5 times more chance of smoking marijuana and smoking cigarettes, and 1.5 times more chance of drinking alcohol.
Wow.
Okay,
I'm on it. Well, we already eat 5 times a week.
I'm doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner with my kids.
And also, one of the things we didn't talk about is when children eat with their families, they tend to eat healthier foods. You put down the fruits and vegetables, and this is what's for dinner. And if they're seeing everybody eat the salad and eat the broccoli and eat the fruits, they'll go ahead and do that.
We never have dinner without salad.
We don't either. We always have a salad.
I'm like, but I'm full. He's like, salad goes on the table.
Yeah. Teenagers who eat with their families have much less chance of becoming obese or overeating, and they develop much more healthier eating habits. Sometimes it's really impossible for families to meet together at dinner time. And I think that substituting it for a Sunday breakfast or a Sunday brunch or a Saturday breakfast, at least if the families together can put aside 1 or 2 or any 3 meals a week where they can eat together, that would be just as good.
I think it's 5 or plus.
Yeah, I don't want to fall behind. Family meals allow us to sit down with our kids and find out what's going on in their lives. So you guys, tell me how your day was.
My day was fine.
Through good times and bad, it is a ritual that can help your family stay connected. And remember, we're all in this together. We want to know what's going on in your mom life.
So come visit our community at jenandbarb.com.
This episode is brought to you by Kraft Salad Dressing.
As a Chinese, it's very important. Family dinners is a time for a family reunion. A typical meal might take up 2 hours to make it. So besides bonding, a family dinner is a time to show respect for each other.